let's talk about books. Today I'm going to do a book tag because it's been a hot minute since I did a tag. I chose to do the currently reading tag. It was created by Charlie Rayenhorst quite a while ago, but I'm choosing to resurrect this tag because it's very, inspiring to me. Sometimes when we get into reading slumps, we don't know how to get out of those ditches, or sometimes we just have book burnout and we're reading, but it's not very fun and nothing is resonating with us. So I thought, for inspiration, if there's anyone out there, I know I would like to know what my fellow BookTube friends are reading and what their reading regime is right now. So that is why I am choosing to do this tag. Before we get into that tag, let's first do this. All right, and now let's do that tag. It's 10 prompts long. Here we go. Question number 1. How many books do you usually read at once? I typically read 4 books at one time. That was easy. Number 2, if you're reading more than one book at a time, how do you decide when to switch to reading the other book? Do you read a certain amount of pages in each? No, I do not read a certain amount of pages. I never schedule anything out. I either put myself under the gun or I find myself, right on schedule. I don't have to think about switching from one book to another because I have all my ducks in a row. Every book that I am reading is exactly where it needs to be. Number 3, do you ever switch bookmarks while you're partway through a book? Nope, never. I either use the dust jacket flap to mark my page, or since I do have quite a bit of bookmarks, I choose a bookmark that complements my book, as silly as that might sound. And then I rock that bookmark through the whole entire reading of the book because I am very much into aesthetics. So, and vibes. I like vibes. Number 4, this ties into number 2. Where do you keep the book you're currently reading? Okay, so I said I have all my ducks in a row. So I am reading a book on my Nook and A Hard Rain Fell. And I keep that in my pocketbook, in my purse. Number 2, Happy and You Know It. That is the book I read every morning before I go to work. I keep that book in my car. Number 3, I started Lonesome Dove for June on the Range. I'm reading that on my Scribe, and that is in the kitchen. If I'm eating a salad, I pick the Scribe up and I start reading that one. What are we on? Number 4 is Mud Woman. That is a physical book that is in my living room, and when I'm going to lay down and get ready for bed, that is the book that I pick up. Number 5 is The Last Word, and I am doing the Audible version of that. So when I'm driving in the car or doing things around the kitchen, I am listening to that. And number 6 is Clover Hendry's Day Off, and that is on my iPhone from NetGalley, and I read that in between breaks at work. And that is currently what I am reading and how I am reading at the moment. That's the word, currently. What time of day do you spend the most time reading? For me, I'm going to say right now, it seems to be the morning. Usually when I get home from work, I have other things I need to be doing or tending to, or there always seems to be someone wanting to talk to me. So I don't really get a lot of reading in during the evening hours like I used to. I guess I could come up in the library, but I don't know. I haven't been lately. I've just been reading wherever. And oddly enough, I don't have a book that I'm reading hanging out in the library. I have all the books I want to read, but there's not an open. Oh, yes, there is. I'm a fibber. I'm looking right at it. So I'm currently reading 7 books, and the 7th book is on Juneteenth, and that is in the library looking right at me. Hello, book. So, oh yeah, I am. That is in the library. So, sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, number 6. How long do you typically read for in one go? I would say half hour is typical, because I always got to be getting up, moving around, stretching, standing up. I can't sit for too long. My brain won't let me do that. Once I move around for a little bit, I can go back to reading, but probably I would say a half hour is a safe amount of time for me to answer that question correctly. Yeah, I like to stand up quite often and move around. All right, number 7. Do you read hardcovers with the dust jacket on or off? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. If I'm sitting in the car, I do. If I'm sitting on a couch, I do. At the table, I do. If I was taking a bath and reading one, no, I take that dust jacket off. It's flimsy and it doesn't want to stay on nicely, and I just don't want to have a book casualty. So I do remove the book jacket in that instance. Number 8, which position do you mainly use to read? Sitting up. I am usually vertical when I am reading. Number 9, do you take the book you're currently reading with you everywhere you go? Yes, everywhere I go, there is a book. Even at work, I have some books tucked in my little cubby hole on marketing, guerrilla marketing. I keep that one at work. 10, how often do you update your progress in the book you're currently reading on Goodreads? Once. And that is when I finish. That's when I finish. Then I'll go into Goodreads and I'll update it to the status of finished. I don't like read and then go to Goodreads and update, and then read and go to Goodreads and update. Yeah, I don't do that. Who would you like to tag? Okay, I would like to tag my friend Alan from over at Big Hard Books and Classics. If you have not done this, Alan, it would be wonderful to see what your answers would be. Number 2 is a lovely channel. I love this channel so much. I feel like he's like a dear friend to me. He's so calm and peaceful, and I'm glad he is in my book life because his voice grounds me. He's just very, very relaxing to me. And that is Aaron Facer. If you don't know either one of those channels, you should probably go over and check them out and give them a like and a subscribe, as well as do the same for this channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And the third person that I would like to tag is Randy L. Ray, the Literate Texan. He has a wonderful, fun, upbeat, very honest, candid booktube channel, and I greatly enjoy watching him. And again, you should go over, check him out, and give him a like and a subscribe. These are our book friends that are working very hard to bring a variety of books, to your table, and a variety of different personalities, which I think is a wonderful thing. I love seeing all the booktube personalities out there, and every chance I get, I will support each and every one of them. So I'm off to my dinner date. And I hope that you have a wonderful evening for yourselves. Be well, be good, be reading, and may all your book dreams come true.